Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be letting you in on 3 sneaky secret ways that jobs underpay you. In a recent survey, it was revealed that only 32% of people felt like they were being paid fairly. And unfortunately, I have experienced being underpaid multiple times in my career by literal thousands of dollars, you guys. I mean, for real, I was getting robbed. And I know that there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, or maybe even millions of people who feel the exact same way. I hate to say this, but if jobs can find a way to underpay you or skate by giving you less than what you deserve, they are going to do it. I don't want you to fall victim to any of those traps, so I'm going to let you in on the ways that jobs underpay you so that you can avoid it by all means at all costs. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1 on this list is that they will give you a lower title than the work that you actually do. So maybe you don't have a management title, but you're doing management-like or management-esque responsibilities. Another example would be if you find yourself handling a lot of tasks and responsibilities, or you're getting thrown things that are literally above your pay grade or out of scope. A lot of times jobs will not give you the title, but they'll give you the work, because if they don't give you the title officially, they don't have to pay you the salary or the pay that comes with said title. Now, this did happen to me in one position in particular where I was brought on board as a specialist, but once I got into the position, I realized that I was doing way more than what a regular schmegular specialist would be doing. I was leading a lot of things. I was launching a lot of things from the ground up. I was building a lot of things. Heck, I kind of felt like I was operating as a director, which would have meant that they needed to give me director level pay, and they were not trying to do that. I did end up leaving that position about 6 months later, but that is one sneaky way that jobs will get by with underpaying you. Just so we're clear, like, it's a non-factor that your responsibilities and your tasks and the things that you're working on, what you're responsible for at the company, should align with your title. If you find yourself having to constantly go above and beyond your title, your pay grade, if you feel like you're overextending yourself, if you're wearing multiple hats and you just constantly feel stretched thin and you're doing so many different things, then that means that you probably need a title upgrade with the pay to match, period. Your best bet is to ask for a raise as well as a title change to match your responsibilities and the things that you do versus what your title currently is. And I did record a video giving you all some tips on what to prepare and how to prepare to ask for a promotion. And if the company says no, if you present all of this to your boss or your manager or the higher ups and you get denied, then you always know that you can update your resume and hit the job search streets to find a better position that is going to give you the title and the pay that you deserve. Number 2 on this list is they will give you an advanced interim title in the meantime, in between time, and or they may give you a dual title along with added responsibilities, but they won't increase your pay. Now, this has happened to several clients that I've worked with in the past where they were serving as an interim or a temporary fill-in manager or director or senior director or whatever for a period of time, maybe for someone else. So maybe someone went on maternity leave or paternity leave, or somebody just took a leave of absence from the office and they needed someone to come in and temporarily fill those shoes. And they would have this person fulfill all of these like advanced level responsibilities without giving them a pay bump, or sometimes promising them a pay bump after a certain period of time, but never really actually granting it. You guys, if these jobs are going to start requiring more of you, if you're stepping into someone else's shoes, you should also be stepping into their paycheck. That is a sneaky, underhanded way that jobs will do that to you. It's like, they'll be like, oh, if you perform these tasks, or if you do well in this temporary role, for the next 6 to 8 months, then we'll go ahead and give you a raise. Then we'll go ahead and give you a promotion. Like, no, that makes absolutely no sense. If you are going to be serving in any type of position that is above what you're currently doing, then they need to be giving you that money up front before you officially say yes. Because an advanced interim title typically means that you are doing your job plus another job. And the same goes for a dual title. So if you are performing 2 roles at once at the same paycheck, or on one paycheck or one salary, that makes no sense. If you find yourself being presented with an opportunity such as this, make sure that you are negotiating a pay raise and an increase in your salary, a pay bump. Make sure to advocate for yourself, because if you don't, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table whilst you are stressing yourself out, all while they add extra stuff to your plate, and that is what we don't want. Number 3 on this list, and this one has gotten me several times in the past, and that is within a job posting. Like, if you're job searching, they will undermine the full scope or the full responsibilities that you'll be doing once you accept the position. Now, going back to the example that I mentioned earlier, maybe they have the job position listed as a specialist, but after you start, you realize that you're technically doing management level or director level type work. Maybe you have to go in and completely overhaul stuff. Maybe you're going in and building things up from the ground up. Maybe you come in and you realize that virtually there are no operations or processes whatsoever, and you are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting to get things up and running, or revamp a lot of things to get things to where they should be. In this instance, there are 2 different ways that you can go about this in terms of asking for more money. And the key, number 1 for the first one, is to be very specific and granular in the type of questions that you ask in the interview. I have found that when I'm coming into a company, especially when it comes to marketing, there are certain questions, very particular questions that I know to ask, which will let me know what I'm coming into. And based off of those answers, if it sounds like something is pretty much at ground zero or non-existent, then I know I'm going to have to ask for more money. So that's something that you may want to consider, is dive a little bit deeper into the questions that you ask the interviewer or the hiring manager. After you get that information, you can negotiate more money. So you can say, you know what, so-and-so, after going through the interview process and answering some questions, I realized that coming into this position, I'm going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting, or there's a lot of things that I'm going to have to do. This position does not seem like what you all have listed. I think it's higher, and as a result, I'm requesting X amount of dollars more. Another way that you can spin this is you can negotiate a future raise. So let's say you notice and you're fully aware of everything that's going to need to be done, and you say, within the next 6 months, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Once I achieve this, I want an additional X amount of dollars 6 months from now. A lot of people don't realize that you can negotiate future or like forecasted raises and promotions, but you definitely can. Last on this list is they will give you a job title change, but they will not give you the pay bump to match it. So let's say you were a team lead and you did an amazing job at being a team lead, and now they want to make you a manager, but they won't give you the manager level pay. So it looks good on your resume, but you don't have the money that a manager typically makes. Anytime there is a change in your title, especially an advancement or some sort of a growth, then you want to absolutely be growing in pay and in salary right along with that. So when you are presented with the opportunity to accept a new title, make sure that you are negotiating for more money. Do your research on how much this title or this role typically pays in the market, and ask for whatever that number is. If you feel comfortable, you can even go above that based on your past successes and accomplishments with the company, and also based on your skills, your experience, your education, and your background. So those are some sneaky ways that jobs will get by with underpaying you. And like I said, y'all, if jobs can, get by with not paying you what they're supposed to, they will definitely do it. This is unfortunate because, of course, you want to believe that a company has your best interest at heart and they're going to do right by you, but you can't trust them. They cannot be trusted. You have to make sure that you are doing your due diligence in making sure that they are paying you a fair salary, an equitable salary. And that requires doing some digging, doing some research, and so much more. If you have experienced anything on this list, I would be curious to know. Feel free to drop it in the comments down below. If you have any questions in relations to different ways that jobs underpay you that I did not cover in this video, feel free to drop those in the comments down below as well. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you need assistance with your resume, feel free to reach out to me directly. My email address is hello@thompsonresumes.com, and you can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. If you are watching this video but you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so that you can join my growing YouTube community. If you want more resume, career, job search tips from me, feel free to connect with me on social media. My LinkedIn profile link as well as my Instagram handle are in the description box down below, and you can also subscribe to my email list. The link to do so is also in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with another helpful video. Bye!